Hiya Critter, I'm Creature. I'm back at it again to draw my fursona in a bunch of different styles. I made a video earlier this year with the same idea. You could watch it too if you'd like, but you don't have to watch it first. I'm going to focus on TV shows and movies with anthropomorphic characters. There's a lot of furry media that I like, and what interests me is the difference in how these media decide to anthropomorphize these characters. Creadin, my fursona, presents unique challenges when adapting him, as not every show or movie will feature examples of what a raccoon, much less a cocomistal, would look like in its world. This is good because it means that I am less encouraged to copy an existing character directly. On to our first style. Our first one, Aggretsuko, is an animated series that follows the life of Retsuko, a red panda office worker and metal singer. The characters are chibi and in line with other Sanrio characters, especially Retsuko, but she has a more defined body and clothing than Hello Kitty. There is no actual raccoon character to base Creadin on, but I think using Retsuko and the red pandas as a base is good enough. Also, I made a previous Sanrio design for Creadin, but I think it could use some tweaking. The eyes are still round, but based on the llama instead of Karopi. The line thickness is difficult to replicate as I don't have a brush that does not taper. I figured that it wouldn't matter as I'm trying to mimic the show's character design and not trying to be show accurate, but I still try. The show has a lot of variation in terms of faces, with dot eyes and pretty detailed eyes. The most important part is the chibi proportion. It is the chibi proportions that obscure the fact that their bodies are more in line with human anatomy, as they have straight legs and hands, or hand-shaped nubs, but they also do have muzzles and tail. Next, Miss Spider is a picture book about a spider. The character also has a series of follow-up books, though I must admit the first time I saw Miss Spider was Miss Spider's Sunny Patch TV show, and that may be where you know her from too, but she's a bug, and this is about my anthro raccoon. Well, I enjoy David Kirk's style for his picture books, and I thought you may recognize him more as the creator of Miss Spider. His other books will serve my purposes, especially Oh Bunny and Oh Brave Dragon. The furry critters are quite true to real animal proportions. The eyes of the bunny in Oh Bunny are my main inspiration. Little Mouse Biddle Mouse was helpful for his hands, as every mouse has sprawling fingers. Brave Dragon includes a raccoon and some squirrels, which helped more with the rendering process. So color picking from this one was important, as colors used from these pages are the main thing I wanted to emulate. Painting isn't something I do often, but the eyes I was sure of, which is why they got rendered first. I wasn't sure of the gaze, but that's different. After I gained more confidence, the rest came naturally. Moving on to the Looney Tunes show 2011. A revival of the classic Looney Tunes characters with a sitcom style and an odd couple of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck as the main characters. The animals have a similar base, but more room for differences. They have very straight limbs and big hands and feet. In trying to find a raccoon, I found Ronaldo Raccoon from Tiny Toons University 2023. Now, that isn't the Looney Tunes show I'm working from, but Ronaldo is still a good base. I actually ended up doing this drawing for my short form video first, which I think is good, but gets some things wrong, as I ended up leaning on my sensibilities. So the main difference to me is the shape of the head, which has to be changed to be a bit blockier, and the body shape to be a bit more like a bean. I used Bug as my main reference, and that ended up making him too long. I like the pose, and the colored outlines are always fun. He kinda looks like a basic toony furry, especially before adding his markings, but I guess that means I succeeded, as that toony style is inspired by cartoons like Looney Tunes. Next up, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic 2010 follows Twilight Sparkle and her friends while they learn about the power of friendship. It was a huge inspiration for me when I started posting online, so of course, I already have my own Pony-sona. This is Sand Paul. Aren't they cute? I could redesign my fursona into a pony, or maybe redesign Sand Paul to be more in line with the show and me now. Nah, this is about furries, not ponies, and lucky us, there are bipedal anthros in My Little Pony. The movie. My main reference is going to be Capper Dapper Paws. In general, the more anthropomorphic characters like Capper and the Storm King are more animalistic with bent knees and animal facial proportions. Additionally, I could use the characters from the comics, but I was confident in myself. At this point, I'm too tired to try and find more reference points. I did, however, really wanted to draw an in-style background. Also, for this drawing, the thought is Pinkie Pie made a cupcake for Creadin and left it outside before heading to bed. It's little things that keep you going. Lastly, Muppets, or to be more specific, Sesame Street. I chose Sesame Street over the Muppets show as Sesame Street has a more consistent puppet style. You know the one. Big old mouth, oval eyes with black circular pupils and noodle arms. The monster puppets like Cookie Monster, Elmo, and Grover are great examples of what I mean. To make this template into an animal, you just add ears or a tail. Example, Rosita as a cat. The actual drawing here mimics Sesame Street picture books. Because I'm not photo bashing today, Michael Smallman's artwork for the monster at the end of this book served as the main reference point for my drawing. Pen and watercolor style is something I do for my puppet characters, Creadin and her family, so it comes naturally. Something that wasn't as challenging was nice to do at the end. Oh, that reminds me, we've come to the end. Another 5 styles are done, and I plan to do another 5 in a couple of months. So come back. This time I show styles that personally excited me. But if you would like to see something specific, leave a comment below. Who knows, I may take your suggestion. This video took me longer than I wanted to. But that was because this summer has been very fun so far. So in light of the fact that it's basically July, I want you to check out my art fight at Creature1959 if you feel like attacking me. Well, that's it. I've been Creature, and I'll see you later, critter.